Hey, y'all. Hey, hey. Welcome. I feel like Mr. Rogers or somebody on Sesame Street. Hey and welcome. Hey and welcome. Hi and welcome. How the heck y'all doing today? Pull up. Get the like stuff out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So because we wanna trend. You know what I mean? So hello, Grand Madam. How are you today? I hope you are feeling much better. Paul Martin, he will be giving the devil's advocate OG perspective on all things. See, I listen to my people. Come on, yo, King. What up? Yep. That part right there. What he said. And my brother, Theo B, is in the building. Was crack-a-lagging. And he will be giving you insight on insight. Okay. We got a whole lot to talk about and enough time to talk about it. So yeah, I put some fun stuff together because, like I said again, I come to these lives to have fun, to enjoy myself. And if I'm enjoying myself, that means that y'all are enjoying yourself. And Lord knows we need a little more enjoyment in this world, in this day and age of Project 2025. I got some action figures I'm going to unveil to you today. Y'all know I always unveil action figures, but I'm going to unveil a couple of action figures. I'm going to give you some fun scenarios that I've been concocting in my little brain for the past couple days. Oh, damn it. It's taped on 3 sides. And we just gonna go with the flow and see what happens. I thank y'all who pulled up early, that you pulled up early. Cause we'll be talking about some stuff. Yeah. When I can't find my scissors to open boxes, I use my fillet knife. That is one heck of a knife too. And I cut myself real bad across the finger right here. Matter of fact, you can still see the cut where it healed at. That needed stitches, by the way, but I didn't get them. So ain't no pump. That was stupid. I was bleeding lots of blood too. It was fun, kind of. I almost felt like a episode of some medieval show or story or something. Just you bleed on stuff. You know, like bleeding, like lots of blood. You can afford to lose a lot of blood before you feel it. What a strange statement to make, D. Yeah, it's a strange statement, but accurate nonetheless. And I'm going to keep caping for McFarlane, y'all. Just so you know, because while I want a very nice looking action figure, a sturdy action figure, I also want a detailed action figure. I want the details on the figure to be right. You feel me? Because you can have, everything correct on a character, but not get the look of that character. You know what I mean? Because I've seen, action figures that are really sincerely and truly trying to capture a look, but they aren't able to capture that look. Professor, good day, sir. I'm just waiting for y'all to pull up in a major way. When y'all pull up, say hello, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Okay, want y'all like it now, because now I kind of in this thing now, because I feel like I got something to prove, not necessarily to anybody else. You feel me? But to me, if that makes sense, because sometimes that's my nice complexion. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay. Where to start? So many places we could start. Ooh, articulation is really trippy, but good. Wow. Okay. Man, y'all. Okay. Say what you want to say about McFarlane, bro. You can say what you want to say about McFarlane. A little bit on. Juju is in the building, sir. What the heck is cracking, man? Thank you, and thank you for coming out today and chilling with a brother. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to come hang at Thursday Live, and I'm gonna try to make sure that is worth your while, sir. I'm gonna try to make sure that is worth your while. Okay. Again, y'all. I ain't gonna start with I'm gonna get I always say this. I'm gonna get the distasteful stuff out of the way so that we don't have to have anything marring the rest of our wonderful little tete-a-tete and time together. Does that make sense, y'all? I'm not here to push negative vibes, if that makes sense. I got enough of that in other places, if that makes sense to you. Y'all my tribe, and I vibe with my tribe. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be battling, arguing. You know what I'm saying? We need to be forming our coalition, our clickalation, our weebulations. You understand me, weebles? Yeah. This is how we getting down for the get down, baby. All I'm doing right now is I'm getting stuff ready for what I'm about to hit you with, because I know it's gonna blow your mind. Because I did research tonight. Okay. Off top. Okay, I see it's a few of y'all in here, but y'all need to go hit them likes. You heard me? Y'all need to go hit them likes. Oh yeah. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good tonight, y'all. I can taste it. I can taste it. They like, what is he doing? What is he doing? I'm waiting for y'all to get in here. And when all of y'all get in here, I'm telling you, that's when it's gonna start, bumping and jumping. In my opinion, I feel like tonight, of all the topics I have chosen to discuss, I only think that there is really one that may or may not be polarizing, if I'm using, the right word. And I love, to talk about certain things sometimes, because I understand people have their own way of looking at things. Right? Right. But I'm not going to begrudge someone for something that they believe to be true if they based it on facts and research. But to be making a statement just to make a statement, if I can help it, I'm not going to allow that to go on because I think it's reckless for one, and I think people need to learn for another. And what better way, what better place to learn than here at the place that tries to put some focus on learning, understanding, getting some knowledge. You know, I know a lot of people like me, don't nobody want to be taught nothing new. I'm off from work. Don't be teaching me nothing when I'm off from work. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just have my little snack, y'all, and then because I only get one a day, I'm gonna have my little snack. That's it. I'm done. Now, where's Gray? Gray ain't here yet? Because I got some stuff he'll want to see. All right, y'all. Hang on a second. Let me do one more thing. And then we can go and get it in. All right, here we go. Let's call that. Because I know y'all still saying hi to each other. So I can take a little time to do this real quick. Okay. And that is all. Is that all? Yeah, that is all a brother needed for you. Okay, y'all. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bashing. We might just a little bit of bashing. Not a whole lot though, I promise. And the bashing is going to have direction, if that makes sense. You know, because my goal ain't to just bash mugs for the sake of bashing mugs, but to get folks to understand I'm going somewhere. And so, all right, I guess there's enough people in here for them. We close to 15-minute mark, so I'm gonna kick off. All right, hello, welcome. This is Thursday's Live with your man D Real. Chilling in the building. I'm gonna have y'all for about the next hour and a half or so, and I'm gonna drop some blurred nerd word on you, as well as a few things that are near and dear to my heart, such as local elections. Why, pray tell? And this is an election year, so this is going to be the time when you want to hear this, when you need to hear this shit anyway. All right, local elections matter. Okay, I will break it down into the simplest form that I can break it down into. Remember, long time ago, well, for some of y'all, it was a long time ago. For some of us, it may not be so long time ago. Okay, where you studied in school about the 3 branches of government. You studied about executive, legislative, yeah, and judicial. We want to focus on that middle one, legislative. Okay, the legislative branch of the government is the branch of government that regulates and creates laws, the laws and rules that govern us, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So Why is it so important to do that on a local level? The people we send to Washington, D.C. come from our respective states. You owe it to yourselves, not to anybody else, yourselves, to learn these people's motivations, to find out what makes these people tick. Get out and talk to them. Okay. We got a congressperson, that we sent to Washington by the name of Mary Peltola. Because she is the first, well, not the first, but one of the few Alaskan Native Congress people we've had. She wants to bring that perspective to light, to bring issues that relate to her people to light. That's what she's supposed to do. But she's also trying to look out for, I ain't gonna campaign for this woman. She can campaign for herself. But suffice to say, she's someone, I've actually had eyes on. I've laid eyes on and heard her speak in real time. You see what I'm saying? So when something don't get done or something can't get done, I ain't necessarily going to know why, but I'm going to know the person who's involved. Because I paid attention and I monitored my local politics. The local politics, the congressmen, the senators, the judges, all of those elections are the ones that shape the direction of this country. Because look at it like this. The only defense now at this point that we have against Project 2025 is winning the House. That's the only defense we have. And it is so important that you get out there and vote for the people you believe have your best interest in mind as an American citizen. Your best interest. And to be quite honest, speaking of best interest, that's all it should be about. It shouldn't be about red or blue, Democrat or Republican, elephant or donkey. It shouldn't be about none of that shit. It should be about you. What do you need to sustain and survive and continue to live and thrive in this country in a way that lines up with the so-called principles of the Constitution, that you got a right to life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. But you can't pursue happiness because somebody wants to impose a 15% tax on you. Think about that. Think about that when you go for the primaries that are coming up. Or were you even thinking about going? I said before, I said it again. If you don't cast a vote for what you believe in, you don't have nothing to say about what goes on in this country, because you had an opportunity potentially to change it and you chose to do nothing. We are past, and I know you black folks, we got people in our family ain't never voted in their damn life. It was okay to do that in 77. It was okay to do that in 80. It was okay to do that in 90. Okay, stakes is high, y'all. We can't afford to be lackadaisical and nonchalant about the course of this country. Because I'll be honest with you, if I can't live, thrive, and survive in this country, I don't want to be in it. And I know that might sound anti-American in an election year, but hell, what am I supposed to do? I got to feed me and mine. If I can do that better in Ghana than I can in Anchorage, don't be mad. And that's the long and short of it, y'all. I don't want to belaboring no points. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to turn into pundits and analyze stuff and give you this blow by blow situation of what's going on in this political race. When in reality, don't nobody know shit, because all media, mainstream and otherwise, got agendas. So at this point, it's about what you choose to believe. You choose to believe what the Gateway pundit is saying? Do you choose to believe what the Guardian is saying? Do you choose to believe what they're saying on OAN? Do you choose to believe what they're saying on CNN? Do you choose to believe what they're saying on NPR? What do you choose to believe? Because, pardon me, but I thought when you put information out in the media, it was about who, what, when, where, why. How is that open for speculation? How is that open for, unless you got a sinister purpose? Case in point. Marvel now, Captain America. Okay, Captain America went to the store and bought some red, white, and blue Oreos. There were robbers in the store when Captain America was in there. Captain America took one out with a drop kick, threw his shield at another one that was trying to run out the door. That's who, what, when, where, why. If I add Captain America was on some sinister stuff and he was trying to bully people inside of the store, he stole a package of red, white, and blue Oreo. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. It's being told from perspectives. Just the facts. Like that man used to say, Jack Webb. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Nothing else. Anything else is an agenda, a play towards something. Like Amber Rose. Come to light now, Amber Rose got problems with getting caught up, or rather getting people caught up in crypto schemes. Oh, so now you down with the RNC or what's going on there? You speaking highly of somebody you was deriding before. Oh, is you looking for a pardon? Not gonna speculate on that. Damn, I just did though. Anyways, you gotta think about things like this when we talking about your future. If you plan to continue living in this country, you better have a damn opinion. And if you got an opinion, you need to find out whose policies best support your opinions, best support the way of life you want to have. Not, I'm just going to go in the fucking booth and play tic-tac-toe and come out, but paying close attention to President. I'm going to tell you, I did that for a couple years when I was younger. I didn't care. I was in the military. They say George Bush. Fool, you better pay attention and understand what's going on. Don't just be marking some shit. Especially locally. And I'm not saying that directly to nobody. I'm just saying in general. Dang. Comments in double digits. Let me good and great. Unless y'all saying that much high. More you say, let me go get him. Boom. Especially judges. We sleep on that, but who's to say they don't end up on the Supreme Court someday? Excellent point, Paul Martin. Very excellent point. And it'd be a lot of judges that you got to choose from. And mugs get lazy on that. They get sleepy on that. And then just go find out what his conviction rate is. or her conviction rate. Find out what the nationalities, the ethnicities are of people they incarcerate and why. Judges. So when your grandbabies, your babies is getting put in jail on some BS, did we go vote on that? Did we vote to keep that sucker in there inadvertently because we ain't got all the facts and we don't know what's going on with him? All of this information is readily available in a Google search. I promise you. It's not something that's hidden lofty somewhere in some safe or some tomb or some crypt. This is information that you could go get and read and see and experience for yourself. I'm just saying, man, it's on us. If you want some shit to change, you got to change it. And if it don't change and you didn't take no action to change it, you ain't got shit to say about it not changing. I stand 10 toes down on that. You got nothing to say. If you don't care and you live in a country where you paying 15% tax, you live in a country where you work for the government, but they can fire you because you ain't down with the local politics, bro. You live somewhere where they like, fuck DEI, we getting rid of all of that. This kind of stuff being perpetrated, man. You gotta check out, if you ain't checked out what that Project 2025 is about, if you ain't checked out the Heritage Foundation, you ain't checked out none of that, you better go check that shit out. Because these people, they own some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm shut up because somebody might shoot me with a blow dart through the window. You know, because I'm telling people too much good stuff. You know what I mean? Real stuff. Yeah, bump those political cults. I mean, I hate to say it, there's a lot of people that drank that Kool-Aid, man. There's a lot of people that drank that Kool-Aid, come on, yo, and it's sad to see. You know, people close to me, man, that done been just 100% brainwashed, man, saying outlandish shit. You know what I mean? So it's just, it is what it is, man. And that's right. Those congressmen, those senators, they work for you. So you better put one in there that you believe and you feel with all your heart is going to work for you. Damn the presidential election. That's easy. Because it's going to go one or two ways. At least this is my opinion. And I really don't talk politics, but I'm going to be real kind of brief. If Biden doesn't drop out, quiet is kept. If Biden doesn't drop out before August, there's no sense in him dropping out because Kamala Khan ain't gonna have enough time to mount no stuff and get no banging in, you know what I mean, to show that, what roll out what her, and does she even have a plan and who's her running mate gonna be, all of that kind of stuff. But if that gets worked out and it happens sooner than later, yeah, I'm for it. But if not, leave it alone and let the main thing be the main thing. If the man gonna win, he gonna win. If he ain't gonna win, he ain't gonna win. Hey, baby, agenda's like a mug. Agenda's like a mug. Paul Martin said, I thought I wanted to be a journalist in college. I have a low effery tolerance. Oh, okay. So I couldn't do hey, is it all of it? All of it, man. All of it. Grifton, stay easy until they're through with you. Hey, Gray, what's up? Glad you are here, bro. I got some fun stuff for you to see tonight. You're gonna be a happy camper. You got to hit those Googles on local candidates. They'll hide their affiliations on the posters. Bruh, this is why I'm saying, man, you got to do some research. That's part of your job, your responsibility as an American citizen to do that research. If you want this country to be right, do something to make it right. The least we can do to make the country right is make some decisions on some candidates and do some critical thinking. Take my man Theo, for instance. Folks in Florida now know Ron DeSantis ain't for them. Do you think they could have came to that conclusion sooner if awareness was raised sooner? But we don't raise awareness with issues like this until we're in crisis. Oh my God, who had to vote? Oh my God, who had to vote? Oh, it's too late for a third party. You know why it's too late for a fucking third party? Because nobody was thinking about establishing a third party candidate before 2024. And then when we did get one, he was stupid enough to tell people he had a worm in his brain. Bitch, I ain't electing nobody for president that got a damn worm in their brain. Fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? That's now, if you discover I got a worm in my brain, that's one thing. But I'm not going to just come right out and be like, I am the leader of the free world and I have a worm in my brain. Then on top of that, you know, a real easy way to get third party candidacy flowing. Somebody from a Democrat or Republican party announces their decision to run, and everybody down for it, and they just flip and say, "Okay, I'm denouncing the Republican Party. I'm denouncing the Democratic Party, whatever, and now I'm rolling with these cats." Will that make them lose charisma with people? Would that make them lose, you know, loyalty in that former party? Yeah. But you know what else is going to happen? A few people are going to go over to that new party. Not because they ain't loyal to Democrats or Republicans, but because they are loyal to that candidate. Does it make sense? You tell me. Trump got 3 Supreme Court justices on there and a bunch of judges on a federal level as well. Local. Biden has been packing state courts. No, sir, Mr. Gray. The Heritage Foundation is nothing nice. At least not for folks like you and I, sir. There's a certain billion-dollar industry that Stormy Daniels was a part of that Project 2025 wants to shut down. Ha. Good luck with that. Rashad, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Nothing nice. LOL. That's like saying the Klan is nothing nice. Bruh, them motherfuckers, they threaten violence. We're going to get what we want one way or another. Them the kind of organizations you got to watch. Facts. Ms. Marvel can't do ish if Hydra Cap don't step down. That part, come on, yo. I 100% feel that. I 100% feel that. That's why I said it, Juju. It went from overt violence in sheets to covert think tanks. Hey, how they didn't know about the Nazi dude has always been. He claimed he ain't know him. He wasn't associated with him, but it's video footage of him shaking hands with the cat from the Heritage Foundation. Stop it. Black people need to get politically engaged. Black people need to give up is what they need to do, because right now all we doing is ripping and running. See, you about to get my blood pressure up. 11 trillion. We too busy spending shit. Oh, you see my Versace? Oh, you see these new Jordans? You see these new Dunks? Ooh, oh, you see these new, hey, you see this new ice? Oh, you see me dripping? Oh, you see my, way too busy worrying about the wrong stuff. and spending money on it and being distracted by it. Oh, I've got to get, and I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with you running out and getting college football 2025, but don't let that distraction distract you. You can play college football 2025, but don't let it make you oblivious to what's going on in your country. You be messing around and you be playing college football 2025 in a damn police state. You know, you know what I'm saying? You be watching Be Real with D Real from certain hours. If you don't watch Be Real with D Real between, you know, that kind of stuff, man. Regulation, control. This man that already said he admires dictators. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better pay attention. I don't mean y'all in this chat, but I mean folks need to pay attention. Paul Martin say, make this make sense. For decades, NFL owners kept Orange One out of their billionaire boys club, yet many of them back him for prez. You know why, Mr. Martin? Because they make more than $168,000 a year. The stuff they want to oppose ain't gonna affect nobody that makes over $500,000 a year. You getting a break if you making over $500,000 a year, $550, somewhere around there. Everybody in this country ain't making half a meal, so everybody in this country ain't getting a break. The vast majority of people in this country ain't getting no kind of break. That is done purely so that affluent people will remain affluent. We got these folks like George Clooney coming out and talking all of this rah-rah and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, ain't none of that shit gonna affect him. He's in a different tax bracket. He benefits. Feel me? Keep the main thing the main thing. So I'm saying. Dems blocked the primary against Biden. Kennedy was running as a Dem originally. And that is my point. That is my point. He just didn't have enough charisma. We need to get somebody got enough charisma. And then when they, you know, could Cornel West have vamped and been like, you know what I'm saying? Same kind of thing. You got to make sure you got him before you dip out. Or when somebody like Biden, or when they get in office, who say you can't switch parties after you get in office? The DNC has messed over the last two favorite primary candidates, both Bernie, for the establishment candidates they wanted, Clinton and Biden. That interference has finally caught up with them. Yeah, because Bernie was that cat. Bernie's like, man, I'm done fooling with y'all. I told y'all what the real was. I told y'all what the deal was. And y'all looked at me like I was dude on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David. Y'all look at me like I'm Larry David, but I'm dead ass. You know what I'm saying? So I vote like Chuck D. I stay to the left of this and to the right of that. Just black. And that is how everybody should vote. Because it ain't all 100% Democrat. It ain't all 100% Republican. If it's two people working on both sides of an aisle, why ain't they working together? The ultimate goal is the betterment of this country, but we all fundamentally believe different stuff about what's best for this country. Since I ain't gonna stop believing what I believe is best for this country, and since you ain't gonna stop believing what you believe is best for this country, why can't we come to a compromise? Because money comes into the damn picture. I'm not compromising a damn thing because I gave my this shadow corporation gave millions of dollars to this candidate to vote for what they wanted. Vanguard and BlackRock. I shouldn't be saying those kinds of things. See, I do more than read comic books, y'all. Just So I read way more than comic books. Okay. Just so you know, I just try to keep this a happy, joy kind of atmosphere. So y'all ain't got to look at the reality of reality. We can stay in this other world and have a good old time. But I want to make sure this world's still going to be around for us to fuck around in. I want the Be Real with D Real universe to continue to be a thing. And so sometimes I got to step outside of this mug and be an advocate and be an agent of change. And that's what we all got to do. We got to step outside of our comfort zones because it's every damn thing on the line. So long story short, real talk. If you ain't got a passport, and the people around you ain't got passports, you better make that shit some top priority business. Cause Al-Kebulan is paying people to come over there and start businesses. It's paying people to come over there and live in nice places. I'm getting ready to go over there next year, and I want to see what's popping. If it's popping like it's properly popping, then they might not be popping D Real over here no more. Y'all might be seeing it from Accra somewhere. You know what I mean? Because man, it's some stuff on the line this year, y'all. Make no mistake. It's some stuff on the line. Dave Chappelle said that too. He like Trump is for folks like him, rich. The truth. And that's what people, and the people who love him so much, poor white people. The biggest demographic in this country. If I can keep you brainwashed, I'll be able to do anything with this country. Think about it. Think about it. He said, grab him by the pussy, and 55% of women in this country voted for him. If some tape came out and said Barack Obama said he grabbed somebody by the pussy, come on now. Bernie was too far left and too Jewish for too many parts of the country. That's what I'm saying. He's a rebel, so I rebel. Yeah, the same. Got us living in his hell. Yeah. What place? What place? What are you talking about, Greg? Clarify. George Carlin said it. It's a big club and you're not in it. Ding dingly ding ding ding. Pause. And that's my speech on that, gang. I know I took a little more time than I was supposed to, but that's because it's 100%. That's 100%, man. We got to be 10 toes down on this shit. You know what I mean? And real quick, I just want to give y'all like a real quick analogy because this was the analysis that I had and this was the conclusion that I came to. Since you're nerds, blurs, whatever you choose to call yourself, here's a nerd blurred narrative that will bring the shit to perspective for you in a major way. One's order and wholesale death. One is just chaos for freaking chaos's sake. I just want to dismantle and destroy everything. Which one's worse? At least one we got the potential ability to diffuse. One can go on for decades and decades and decades. So ask yourself, logically, which one worse? My name is D-Real, and I approve this message. All right, y'all. Oh, great. All over Africa. Ghana, Accra. That's Eastern Africa. Tanzania, like down south, Johannesburg, Lagos. I don't know if you want to go live in Lagos. Kenya. I don't know if you want to go live in Kenya. But back over east, Mauritania, Mali, Ghana, Sierra Leone, all over that way. Yes, they want people to come. They want people to come there to start businesses. They want people to come there to live. There are people who are already living there and are loving the hell out of it. So my thing is, bruh, you don't have to. You don't have to deal with this. That's what I'm saying. Get you a passport, get you a ticket, go over there and see it for yourself. Okay. Last time I was in Africa was like 86, 87. It's been a while since I've been to Africa. But bruh, let me tell you, that shit left a stain on my brain that just totally obliterated all of the bullshit that people over here used to tell us about Africa. They show them damn care commercials late at night, and this little bony ass, emaciated kids sitting around with flies on their damn eyeball and dirt all over them, starving. That shit's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie, y'all. I'm telling you. Buildings just like the buildings you see in New Orleans, just like the buildings you see in New York, just like the buildings you see in Florida, just like the buildings you see in California, right there in King. Only difference, every other policeman was black. Every other business was, every business was black. Black people walking down the street. Oh, you might see the occasional German person. Oh, you might see the occasional Swiss person, but mostly black. I think Richard Pryor said it best. I think it was the Here and Now stand-up comedy. He said a little voice. He had been in Africa, and he said he heard a little voice in his head that said to him, "Where are all the niggas at?" And he said to himself, "I haven't even thought the word. It never even came to my mind." I'm going to say one more thing and I'm going to be finished. We are institutionalized in this country in ways we don't even understand yet. The way you think about certain things, the way we react and behave to certain things, it is conditioned institutionalization from colonization. The 11.1 trillion thing. The desire to not vote. I'm going to be done. Huh. Oh, it's live on the Sunset Strip. Okay, that's on Tubi. I saw that on Tubi the other night. I should go back and check it out. That's with the red suit and the silver shoes. He said, "Bump that leather stuff." Passports. Come on, Grand Madam. Let's ditch this place. Two crazy kids on the run. He said because there aren't any. That's it. Show was. Woo! 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 That's a cathartic moment for your ass, ain't it? Yeah. Go. I recommend that to all Black people. If you can afford it, if you get a chance to, you should go to the motherland at least one time in your life, because one time is all it's going to take. I promise you. You're going to see, you're going to hear stuff. I mean, a lot of things stand out to me about my Africa visit. Man, people be telling you shit about like all Africans are black and dark and just jet black and Sudanese looking, and it's red bones in Africa, y'all. It's light-skinned Black people in Africa. Trevor Noah. You think Trevor Noah's mom and dad was the only ones that linked up? Bruh. There are all kinds of people, all kinds of shades, all kinds of colors in Africa. That's why when everybody was wilding about that 1943 thing with Azari, I'm like, gave him my Robert De Niro face. I just, hey, go to Africa, see everything there is to see, and then after all of your expectations have been blown apart, unlearn what you have been taught. I have nothing further to teach you, Liu Kang. All right, now let's get on some other stuff, man. Let's get on some. I spent the week in the Bahamas amongst the locals, had a hard time coming home, bruh. Then if you go to Africa, bruh, you won't. I'm telling you, when we left, because I was still in the Navy, when we left, it was some cats that had went AWOL. And one of my partners went AWOL. He was like, I ain't coming back to this mine. He left. They brought him out to sea later on when we was already underway. They brought him back to the ship. I was like, oh, I thought you was finna live in Africa forever. He had found the chick, and the chick was like, you can come stay with me. I take you. You can go get a job. We were, bruh. He was about to live his life out. And that's one visit. Boy, I'm gonna go find out some stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go find out some stuff. Next time I might be bringing y'all Be Real with D Real at 5:00 in the morning. All shades of us. There are all shades of us over there. Okay, kiddies. One more thing before we get on to what we get on, because the rest of it gonna be live all the way live, y'all. Okay, two more things. Number one, Epiphany Engine has been funded. Okay, they went over the $51,000 mark. I want to say Tuesday, but and I spoke to Tony and congratulated him via social media, and he said he's not stopping. He said as long as the windows open, he's going to keep taking donations and whatever. So if y'all still want to donate to see that project come to fruition, 40 different artists, 40 different writers, 40 different characters. Why would you not? Why would you not support all this? That look like Black Panther in the corner, but it ain't. He's got orange on him, but he very much reminds one of Black Panther, and that's okay, because that's what we need. Titan, the Ultraman, Mega Woman, the Acolyte, bruh. Ones I like is in there. You know what I'm saying? So, and then if you donated to the Kickstarter, then there's a newsletter that comes out, and the newsletter been dropping pretty steady this week, just like Tony said that it was going to drop, and it's been some nice morsels of information in there, as well as access to exclusive stuff, hardcovers, It's a lot of stuff, man. It just depends on how much money you are willing to dedicate to it. That determines, what you will get. I can't give y'all the information, but I can tell you to go there, okay? And check it out, man. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you ain't got to commit, but let your heart be your guide. You know what I'm saying? But this is us. This is for us. This is by us. So us need to support it. You feel me? We always talk about what we ain't got. We always talk about what Kevin Feige doing, how he effing up stuff. We always talking about how stuff ain't up to par and the way we want it. Well, here's some stuff that you could get the way you want it with the characters you want in it. Support it. If it ain't nothing but $1, if it ain't nothing but $2, $5, whatever, man, jump in and support. So when it blow up and do what it did and does what it gonna do, you can say you was a part of it. If nothing else, you contributed this. I'm happy to see that project come to fruition. So I'm contributing this. Bruh, I'm excited about it. I mean, to be quite honest, my man came out and did his thing, man. Shouts out for real to Tony Cottrell, man. He did that thing. I mean, that's a deep idea. He's almost kind of like the George Perez of Advent Comics, the Marv Wolfman of Advent Comics, the Mike Zeck of Advent Comics. I don't want to compare him to other artists. He's his own thing, but the idea is innovative. It's fantastically original. I'm just glad I was able to talk to him, get some insight, man, and learn about it. So again, congratulations, man. Shouts out, fists up, salute. You know what I'm saying, to my man Tony Cottrell for getting the Epiphany Engine project funded. And so now we can see some Infinity Engine stuff. We can see my man Greg's character, Sadika. We can see Tyler Martin's character, Mega Woman from Godhood Comics. And we can see the Acolyte. I messes with it. Heavy. What y'all got to say about it? Grand Madam said, congratulations, Tony Cottrell, on the Epiphany Engine. We turned up. Hype for the action figures. You know where I'm at with it. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. I've been on this bumper. I tried to get down with them action figures, baby. For real though. I mean, but I want the Epiphany Engine too. But in the meantime, I think between now and January, what all of us can do is get more understanding about the 40 plus something characters, learn about who they are. I know Theo's been dropping character profiles, and I'm gonna start dropping character profiles too, in preparation for, you know what I mean? Because it comes out, they said the project should be done January 2025. So let's get on board, baby. This is some game changing stuff, comic industry wise, man. Let's get this cash shouted out. Respect. Great second. Congratulations. There you go, Tom. Congrats, baby. Doing that there, doing that. Is that Nigerian superhero Exo part of this? I don't think they are going to use Exo. I think they are going to use. I'll put mine up. I think they're going to use Malika. So he's got a couple of African publishers that kicked in too. So this is gonna be This is gonna be dope. I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Black Crisis on Infinite Earths. You know what I mean? That's what's up. That's what's up. I like to see us doing it. I like to see us in there making it happen, keeping it a buck, standing 10 toes down, baby, showing them what we can do. Because there's a bunch of them out there saying that we can't. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt, y'all. Oh, we already at the hour mark. I got a couple more things I'll do, but we can get it out the way. We can get it out the way. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna be able to get it done. We're gonna be able to get it done. We're gonna be able to. Okay. I'll do this one first. Once upon a time, there was a movie called The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. It featured a lot of Caucasian people playing Middle Eastern roles. I don't think we so much paid attention to that as children as we did the stop motion creatures or dynamation characters that were made so famous by Ray Harryhausen. Case in point, that is a Cyclops and a dragon from the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. I'm going to get back to that in a second. Cyclops. Let's talk about Cyclopses for a second, because I know I told y'all last week and I showed y'all last week that I do have the Brontus Cyclops from Four Horsemen's Mythic Legions line. Doesn't quite look like this Cyclops here. My Cyclops doesn't have a horn. And because I have a Cyclops now, it made me kind of reminisce on the history of the Cyclops. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that Cyclops as beings range from lowly monsters to as high as godlike. Case in point, Brontus, the Brontus from mythology, his name means thunder. And there were two other Cyclopses that were with him, were Steropes and Arges, light and lightning. They are the three Cyclops who were responsible for creating Zeus's thunderbolt, his most powerful weapon. Now, I think we went somewhere else with Mythic Legions. This thing stands a full 13 inches. The arms, here's a second. Yeah, those arms bend. Yes, they do. Not as much articulation. I don't think you would. Are you expecting a gang of articulation from Brontus? They've got this chain that comes with him, so you could kind of like have him leashed in, or you could just take it off and let him run wild. But I thought it was strange that they went with this for the Cyclops. You're kind of making him an indentured sort of thing. Put some respect on the Cyclops name. Look at that gut. Hey, move that arm. Look at my man gut. Well, he ain't got too much gut. He's actually kind of muscular there. I'm gonna let him hold his own chain. And he can decide if he wants to be free or if he does not want to be free. That's a very nice looking character. Look at that eyeball. You can't see me. Now back to this image right here. I got to thinking, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I could recreate that scene But how would I do it? I would need a dragon big enough, or at least formidable looking enough to match up in this pick. So I just realized I've been sitting on a dragon all this time. From the Dungeons and Dragons line, Honor Among Thieves, comes Rakor. Rakor, while not as tall as Brontus, is definitely a wee bit longer if you include the tail. But couldn't these two actually square off much in the same way as that dinosaur? I mean, not dinosaur, that dragon and that cyclops in the Seven Voyages of Sinbad. So, possible photo shoot? I would say, it's just finding and putting together the proper background. Now, the only question, because I like to involve you, Rock With Me Nation, I like to involve you in the things I do because I want y'all to know your opinions matter. With wings or without? Y'all tell me. Also, too, one thing that I forgot to mention, Brontus has this cool, kick-ass club made from a tree and a woolly mammoth skull. That's dope. Put it in his hand one time just for y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Brontus and his woolly mammoth skull crusher. Heavy in the game I am, babies. Heavy in the game I am. Ha! Let's talk about these here comments. What are you talking about? Baylor? That's a beefy boy. Yes. Brontus is pretty beefy, ain't he? Yeah, he. Who did they? Oh, the bottom part. So it's segmented. I forgot to tell y'all that. It is segmented. And for easy storage. And I'm going to store him now. Comes with his own case. I so like that. But anyway, yeah, I don't really like the chain on him. I just like him to be wild and free like that. Turn him loose. Let him do his thing. Okay. All right. Diabolical. What's up, man? Where you been, bro? I know where you been. Love and peace, bro. Love and peace. Good to see you. Good to see you out here tonight. Yeah, see everybody. What I said. Been busy. You send me the program you use when you do your stop motion. I'll be looking for it. Also, too, y'all are aware that I like animal pets. And I told y'all a while back, I had an action figure surprise for you, and it was Savage. Did anybody pick up on that clue? when I said I have an action figure for you and it's Savage? I have John Wick and his dog. I have Drizzt and Gwenhwyar. I have Snake Eyes and Timber. I have Spirit and Freedom. That's a video forthcoming too. And now, let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. I can wait no further. I am ready to set it off. I am ready to set it off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I managed to luck out and get a bunch of that Zabu line action figures. I got 4 of them on the cheap, and then I just went ahead and ordered the last piece. Boom. Done. Now. And lucky me, Kazar happened to be one of the figures that I scored. So there you go. And it's just stabbing him. Getting them pegs in there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bring you Zabu. Yeah, baby. Another Build-A-Figure in full effect. Okay. Those move, they stretch, so you can get him in pouncing poses. Yes. Coming at you. Humming. Coming at you. Wow. And that mouth opens and closes. So you get all kinds of poses. His head, you got range of motion. Loving it. Loving it. Zabu is big. Oh, it's Cat. Yeah. Yeah. That's Zabu. Next to a 6-inch action figure. He's pretty nice size. Pretty nice size. Oh, yeah, you can spread them legs out too. Yeah. Look at that. Look at all that articulation on Zabu. Look at all that articulation on Zabu. Zabu is indeed a big kitty cat. So I am thrilled to pieces. I know Kazar is in this stack somewhere. I'll shoot y'all some pictures. I'll put some pictures on my page ever real soon. Ever real soon. That was weird. Okay. Yes. Oh wow, Zabu. Yup. Zabu. Got it. I had a few Kazar comics. Is he too un-PC for live action? Well, I think, Paul, if you were going to introduce Kazar and Zabu in live action, you would first have to introduce the Savage Land. And it would be much easier to introduce them if the Savage Land already exists live action. At least that's my thought. I have always wanted the dragons, Shimmer Gloom, Icing Death, Hephaestus, and Takuses. And I want to find a nice Tiamat. I want like a Tiamat. You know what I mean? Like a for real one, like nice size, like actual size. Zabu is big. Yep. Has Craven ever tried to hunt Zabu? Yes, Craven has. Craven went down to the Savage Land, Spider-Man comic books, I think like issue 100 something. Yeah, it was when Gil Kane was drawing Spider-Man. Right around the same time, Gil Kane took over doing Marvel Team Up as well. in the 70s, back in the 70s. Got Stop Motion Studio. Thank you, Diabolical. Appreciate that, bro. Even on the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Craven was trying to capture Zabu. Oh yeah. Comics Chillmonger with Prey. Oh, that would be a very easy thing to do. That would be a super easy thing to do. Yeah. Shouts out to Mr. Ray Smith, who has a custom Eric Killmonger from the Jungle Action days. And that I think is a very super thing that we continue to do our own thing if they ain't gonna do it for us. So if you're watching Marvel, know and understand, if you're not gonna do it for us, and all the things I've talked about on this show tonight show you that we 100% ain't playing. Get your shit together. Okay, we want to rock with you, Marvel, but Marvel, you ain't acting right. So if it's Feige, Iger, I don't give a damn who it is. Y'all need to work it out, make it work for everybody, not just a select few. That's my piece. Now I said it. And speaking of super, I had to get a Superman, but it wasn't just any Superman. I had to get another black Superman. And what better black Superman to get? Steal. Okay. I don't know if Theo's still in here. But this character right here is not supposed to have much articulation because he's in a big armored suit. But he's got enough, you know what I'm saying, to where we can, do some enough. I mean, look at his feet. Look at the articulation there. Boom. His feet crinkle up. So yeah, there you go. We got a lot going on, us and Steel. So I've been wanting a Steel figure for a long time. Now I have Steel, Val-Zod, and Black Lightning. 3 of mine. And Jace Fox. I got a Jace Fox figure too. So yeah, and a Batwing figure. My God, I just have all of it. And Vixen. Oh my goodness. I just have tons of black DC action figures. I do, don't I? Yeah. So yeah, y'all. Now that we're good, let's get some edutainment done one more again. All right. Now, before I begin this specific session of edutainment, I don't want nobody coming for me. Let me make that clear. I don't want nobody coming for me. I don't want to have to hurt nobody's feelings later. I don't want to have to make nobody look stupid later. Now, this is what I'm talking about. A couple days ago, I saw a conversation going on about, innocently enough, we have conversations about which superhero is the strongest superhero, which superhero can survive a gauntlet, which superhero, if they got into a fight with this superhero, will come out on top. Okay. In order to answer that question, we have to do one of two things. One, power scale. Okay? We power scale based on published feats or actions. And you do that contrast and comparison. We compare one character's feats to another character's feats. If this character's feats outshine this other character's feats, then we just say this character is the one that would win the fight. But we got to know all the information about all of the characters we are debating before we make a decision about who gonna do who and what to whom. Yeah, I'm talking about this. Get at me, y'all. Let's talk about this shit. All right. Here are the rules when you call yourself engaging in a debate. First and foremost, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but if y'all feelings get hurt or you perceive me as arrogant, so be it. Know what the you are talking about before you start talking about what somebody can or can't do. That's the first rule. Second, and most important, your emotional state should not be a factor in the conversation. In fact, if you call yourself having a debate, it ain't even about emotion. Debates about facts and the verification or debunking of said facts. Once we get the facts out of the way, then we can do a contrast and comparison. All right. These four characters right here. They got into a fight. Who will win? I believe was the conversation. And somebody was really, really, really convinced that Alan the alien is about to beat the shit out of the other three people picture here. Okay. And I saw arguments about things like, oh, he's an alien and aliens get stronger and continue to evolve. Okay. That's any alien? Because the example they used was Saiyans. But Saiyans have nothing to do with Viltrumites or the aliens in said Viltrumite universe. So does the writer in Invincible Comics, does he evolve and get stronger? He doesn't need to. He's got a gun that can kill anything. Why does he need to evolve? Let's go to another universe. The Kree and the Skrull in Marvel Comics have come to an evolutionary end, right? They can't evolve any further without any help or assistance or appropriation of another civilization's culture to do so. So this theory that all aliens evolve and get stronger is inaccurate because I can name 1,000 examples of aliens throughout comics who have not evolved and gotten stronger. After a defeat anyway, because I believe that was specifically what was said. Because Saiyans get their asses kicked and get stronger. Alan the alien gets ripped in half and ass fucked and all kinds of other stuff and comes back stronger, bleed. That maybe that is indicative of Alan and Saiyans and maybe a handful of other alien races. But when we're talking about brute strength isn't always going to win a fight. The Incredible Hulk does not always beat Thor. There are a lot of people who aren't brute force aliens that can go up against brute force aliens and knock the crap out of them. Now, that being said, John Stewart is a Green Lantern. So some of these characters, I don't believe some people realize have already met. Okay? Space Ghost, and not this Green Lantern, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, met and had a fight. Because of who was writing the book, they fought to a standstill, where they each ended up knocking each other out. So if canon and what has gone before is already standing in place, then the only thing that needs to be done is create a respect thread for John Stewart, a respect thread for Richard Rider, and a respect thread for Alan the Alien. And then it's real easy to determine who has the better feats between them three. And then those three just square, the two remaining square off, and the last one faces Space Ghost. Easy. I like Space Ghost, but if Space Ghost loses this fight, I'm not finna argue indirect, impertinent points. I'm not going to point to other things that do not shed light or bolster my opinion. If my opinion is to explain why Alan the Alien will beat any of these people in a fight, then my argument is that. I'm not going to cite any other alien race unless the similarities are just staggeringly similar. There are a lot of things that can happen in a fight between a Green Lantern and a Nova Corps member, who coincidentally, by the way, Nova Corps is basically the Marvel version of the Green Lantern Corps. But understand, this particular Richard Rider, we talk about Annihilation Richard Rider, this ain't just no punk teenage kid that's just going to get dusted off in a fight. He was running through folks. John Stewart, to me, has always been the more tactical Green Lantern. Space Ghost, pretty tactical if you ask me. If we're going to talk about Space Ghost, we talk about the Joe Kelly run. We talk about the Dynamite run. We talk about Comico Comics run. There have been a lot of different runs of Space Ghost comic books since 1967. Go get all of those comic books and put together an honor thread for Space Ghost, a respect thread for Space Ghost, and see some of the things that he can do. Because I know a lot of people say, well, if you take Space Ghost power bands off, he ain't nothing. Well, if you take John Stewart's ring off, when the power of Nova Prime was contained in a helmet, now that could be an argument presented in favor of Alan the Alien, because he doesn't have any device or accoutrement that would diminish him if he's separated from it. But we also got respect threads of Space Ghost brute force hand dealing with folks. And especially this current run by David Pepose, which I don't think anybody noticed. David Pepose chimed in on that thread. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to sit around and debate this, we can debate it, depending on who you're a fan of. Out of these four, we can debate this all day. What's going on? Paul Martin. Yeah, come on, Paul. Got to read you some Invincible. Watch the TV show, baby. Kamoyo said, had my brain hurting. when people show that they don't know how to debate, I just disengage because that's an exercise in futility, bro. People trying to argue with somebody who ain't basing none of the stuff they saying on facts or knowing anything about these characters. Guarantee ain't did no research into none of them. Just, I know what I know from a cursory standing of these characters because I ain't followed Jon Stewart since 1972. I ain't followed Rich Rider since 1977. I ain't followed Space Ghost since, I gonna say 1976 because that's when I first started watching the reruns. So in comics, for the most part, we ain't watching Space Ghost, Nova, or Jon Stewart get mollywop. Live action or, animated or in comics. We ain't watching them get mollywop. Plus, Nova, Space Ghost, and Jon Stewart are usually going to be the main characters of their books. So they're going to get more writer bias than Alan the Alien. I feel like it's not fair to put Alan the Alien in this. Maybe for you to put, I don't know, maybe just another character from the Invincible universe. That might have been more of a viable being. I don't even know who put that up. Nova's strength level used to confuse me. Wasn't he in a 10, 15 ton area like Spidey and Marvel? He got powered up later. Here's the thing. Not only did Richard Rider get stronger, Paul, he got more powerful. Understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between physical strength and power. So he got stronger and more powerful. And that's what a lot of people, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are debating from Richard Rider being in the 15 ton range. Theo said, I just walked away from the combo. Bruh, when your words show me you don't know nothing about the conversation, yeah, I disengage too. Cause it's like you wasting your time arguing with somebody like that because they ain't basing what they say in anything that makes sense. And you don't have no knowledge about the other three. All you know is your character. You don't know the other three characters. You never go in a debate like that. Never. Marvel copied Green Lantern a bunch of times. Nova, Quasar, Dr. Spectrum. Told you. Devil's advocate. As soon as John gets that lethal force is authorized, it's game over. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand, man. And you pointed that out. How do you counter getting shot from a solar system away? How do you counter that? Unless you got some kind of cosmic awareness. See what I'm saying? I think Nova's the only one that at that point, at least this point in his career, had cosmic awareness through the Overmind, if I'm not mistaken. What else we got? Oh, man, they got John walking around here not needing a ring, appropriating a deceased lantern's ring. Hey, it don't matter if he always steal a ring. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people think, oh, well, if Space Ghost don't got his power bands, oh, he getting whooped up. The power bands are power, not strength. Again, understand the difference between power and strength. Of the 4 characters pictured here, which one lacks power? Power is the way, oftentimes, that the Hulk is defeated by Thor. Alan coming in last, not having any type of energy projection. He gotta come in last. Period. What's his distance? And all of them got powerful distance attacks. All of them have omnidirectional energy attacks. What is Alan doing with that? What is Alan's counter to that? To get beat up and come back later? Yeah, I don't see it. They're all space cops. That is true. Wait till I do a magic users one. Oh crap. Watch a lurker steal that one. Yep, cosmic awareness was Nova. I didn't know about Space Ghost, so I didn't want to speak on him. Like I said, Theo, a lot of people never read that Space Ghost and Green Lantern team up in 2017. It would shed a lot of light. It would shed a lot of light for people who don't understand, bruh. Space Ghost ain't no punk. You want to read that 6-issue series back in the early 2000s from Joe Kelly, where he, bruh, stop, man. Mugs just don't get how powerful Space Ghost is. And, you know, just because he's on a campy show and an old cartoon from the 60s, hey, little update to have him washing folks in no time. Thor called down bolts on your ass quick. Exactly. Indeed. I mean, by and large, most of Space Ghost's foes don't match him in the power department. But what they lack in power, they make up for in tech or minions or magic. You know what I'm saying? I think Space Spectre is probably the most powerful character that Space Ghost has faced in his own continuity. And Space Ghost was pretty much, Space Ghost and Space Spectre were pretty much identical, except one was good, one was evil, and Space Ghost was still able to incapacitate him. Strategy. Things is like when I know I don't know, they don't know, and still be talking. Bruh. Everybody, and here's what I think it boils down to, and you can call it what you want to call it, but I'm going to call it what I see it as. Everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame on X, Twitter, whatever. Everybody wants to be the person who drops that jewel, and everybody likes it. Everybody wants to be that person that gets those, you know what I'm saying, that attention, that want to be regarded, talked to in a certain way. That's not something you go out and get. That's something you show you are worthy of having. You're good at this. You're an expert at this. You are very well versed in this. Your knowledge with this is extensive. Your knowledge with these are extensive. Your knowledge with all of this is extensive. Then you deserve to be called that person who knows their ish. Because you do. Makes sense to me. That is just ghoulishly simple. I'm not going to be talking no stuff about some stuff I don't know nothing about. That's why I stay out of my lane. I mean, I stay out of the way mostly when it comes to things X. You know what I'm saying? I dabble in X. I know some things about X, X-Men, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not calling myself the potentate on X-Men. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody to call me the potentate on X-Men. There are many, 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 many things I know about X-Men lore. There are many, 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 many things about X-Men lore I don't know. And I'll be the first one to tell you there are some things about X-Men lore I don't know by replying to questions with, I don't know. And there are things teachers don't know. There are things the college professors don't know. No one is clairvoyant and omniscient. There are some things we aren't going to know. There are some subjects we aren't going to have information on, let alone knowledge. So I'm not sitting around saying, if other people say it about me, that's different. I'm not saying it about myself. Like I said, OJ didn't call himself juice. Walter Payton didn't call himself sweetness. Other people called them those names. If they was worthy of it, they was worthy of it. You know? And that's all I'm saying about that. I'm not going to get into no conversations about some stuff I don't know. Especially when it comes to having knowledge about more than just the stuff you know. Who's going to win a fight between Hyperion and Superman? Most people just say Superman because Superman is the mold from which Hyperion is cast. But think about it for real. How would a fight between Hyperion and Superman go? Are you familiar with Hyperion? Do you know everything Hyperion can do? Do you know there's more than one version of Hyperion? Just like there's more than one version of Superman. Which Superman we talking about? Which Hyperion we talking about? Ooh, it depends. So to just fly off and say, no, my guy, my guy, my guy, because he's my guy. No. And that's the logical standpoint that I come at it from. Based on what I've seen, based on what I know about all four of those characters, I'm not going to sit here and say who I think is going to win, but I know who's not. Based on what I know and based on what I've seen. And bottom line, let's just be honest. Robert Kirkman ain't getting ready to tell David Pepose, your character's better than mine. Your character will whoop my character's butt. And vice versa. Because David Pepose said so. When I said y'all sleeping on Space Ghost, David Pepose said, yeah, y'all are. Because he's getting ready to add some more shit to Space Ghost's repertoire. You see what I'm saying? That's the current writer of Space Ghost. Chimed in on that thread. I didn't know if y'all noticed that. So let's wait and see what Space Ghost is going to be able to do in a couple of months. Might put him over the top of the other two. We don't know. That's why I say, when you go out to have these kind of debates, know your stuff. What we talking about over here, y'all? What we talking about over here? Theo, the loudest hyena, gets caught by the lion. That is true. Every day you wake up is an opportunity to learn, evolve, and grow. And that's my thing right there, Kamoyo. Instead of trying to school people who it is painfully obvious have more information, have more knowledge than you do. That's a learning opportunity. That's an opportunity to sit and absorb game instead of trying to show people how much knowledge you don't have. Memes and out of context responses do not support a position. Let me say that one more again. Memes and out of context statements do not help your position. Move forward. And that's all that is. That's all that is. Hyperion is a dirty fighter. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Kal-El will probably get hip to it and be like, oh, I see how I got to do you, but not before Hyperion gets some good stuff in on it. Just saying. Say D-Real got ghosty and upgrade. Won't he do it? Bruh, I ain't man. Hey, come on now, y'all. Come on. Just because you see him in certain situations and he don't look as powerful as you think he should look, doesn't mean he ain't. Like, I feel like there was an episode of The Brave and the Bold with Batman, Brave and the Bold, and they had a team up. It was like real short at the beginning of the actual episode, and it was a team up between him and Space Ghost. And we always throw that out there. And that was, again, like I say, writers. There was always some situation where with Space Ghost power bands end up getting took from him. He's not helpless without his power band. That's why people don't understand. Shoot, he done had enemies throw him into a pit with giant monsters without his power bands, and he was able to hold his own. He was able to not get ate up. So I guess this segment I can wrap up by simply saying, be sure of what you're saying before you start saying it. And know what you do not know. Because what you don't know can keep you from effectively participating in a debate, in a conversation. You know, I think it makes for a more stimulating conversation when one presents information about the character that they are advocating for, but it also makes it that much more interesting when you show you have knowledge and understanding of other people's characters. Because it's going to hit home a lot better if I say, okay, well, Green Lanterns are weak to this, or they used to be, or Green Lanterns it's about willpower, concentration. If I could somehow find some way, you know what I mean? I mean, rooting what you think will incapacitate this character based in logic and what you know about the character. That goes a long way. I like to debate about characters. You know what I'm saying? If it don't come down to childish power scaling, I like to debate about characters. But folks need to understand. I can't express it enough. Know what the heck you're talking about before you get into a conversation and sound stupid. Let a bald black character with a fly goatee pop up in them Space Ghost comics. Hey, David gonna have to give. He gonna have to run that check, bro. Hey, what? It is what it is, baby. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. If it do pop, I'll be watching. David, I'm collecting your series, and I'm paying attention. I'm doing videos on your series, bro. You need to watch my videos. Tell me what you think about it. It's only 3 of them. You only got 3 issues. But anyway, look here, y'all. It is boom. Q&A time, y'all. Q&A. What y'all got to say about some Q&A? Q&A. Questions that need answers. And it may not necessarily be by yours truly. Because as we all know, the Rock With Me Nation is knowledgeable on a lot of stuff. So, what you got? What you got? What you got? Comic-Con predictions. Pain. I am not tremendously interested in anything that Marvel has to say. If they aren't saying, you know, if you ain't announcing that actor who's going to be T'Challa, I don't give a damn what y'all talking about in Auditorium H. Y'all keep talking about whatever it is y'all talking about. Yeah, I'm not gonna be there listening. Oh, did you hear they did they recast T'Challa? Oh, did you hear they did they recast T'Challa? Oh, did they tell me who the actor is that's gonna be playing T'Challa? No. Then in the immortal words of Smokey, I don't give a fuck. Okay, about what they talking about. So that's where I'm at with it. Any recommended Black Manta reading? Black Manta just had a 4-issue miniseries in 2022. I want to say him and Nubia had series out at the same time, and I picked up both of them. Yeah, that's the most recent stuff I saw with Black Manta, unless something else came out, but I ain't really been checking. Do you own over 1,000? Hell yeah, easy. I think maybe 2 of my long boxes might be 1,000 comics. Yeah, I've been having thousands, plural, thousands. I still have comics that I collected as a child. I still have comics that I collected when I was in the Navy. So, yeah. I had a bag when I was in the military. I had a separate bag just with comic books in it when I traveled. Like when I PCS, I had a bag that just had comic books in it. So yeah, bro. I I I got over 1,000 copies. Easy. Easy. Okay, Drizzy versus Nightcrawler versus Katana. I would like Drizzy to come. I would probably pick Drizzy to come out on top in that conflict. I think it will come down in the end to him and Nightcrawler. But once Drizzy figures out how teleportation works, then it's just going to boil down to who's the better swordsman. Who would I like to see write the next Black Panther comic run? Sherilyn Eaton has been doing a monumental job with the Black Panther Blood Hunt run. The Black Panther Blood Hunt run has sold out. I saw a second printing of the Black Panther Blood Hunt run in my LCS last week. Second printing? Second printing. Oh my. T'Challa ain't important. My ass. Second printing? Second printing. Okay. Sherilyn Eaton, I think, would do a fantastic job because she is such a fantastic universe builder. I would love to see her pick up the reins on that book and run with it, because if she can do that in fucking 3 issues, what's she gonna do with 10? What's she gonna do with 15? Yeah, that's that's my pick right now off top. And if they can't get her, you need to go back and get one of the OGs, Priest or Hoodlin. I would even be cool if like Dennis Cowan wanted to write and draw Black Panther. I'd be cool with that. It would give a milestone feel to it, and we, Lord knows, we need that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all day. Sherilyn. I found out today that Walter Mosley wrote a Thing comic, which, if any Black superhero from Marvel or DC do you think he would rock? Monica Rambeau or Adam Brashear, or a Monica Rambeau Adam Brashear book. Give Blue Marvel a book and see how I do. Congratulations, Shirley Eaton and the crew. Indeed. She needs to write Black Panther until she's tired of writing it. If she's doing world building like that, all I need to see is her touch some OG stuff, and then she got the stamp. That's our person right there. That's all I need to see her do is rock that OG stuff out, and bam, Black Panther for months and months and years to come. You know what I mean? How long was Kirby and Lee on Fantastic Four? As long as they was making electrifying stories and creating new characters. How many characters did we see come out of the Kirby Lee Fantastic Four run? Let's go. This is how many characters. Y'all already know where it's going. This is how many characters who are still pertinent to the Marvel Universe right now today made their debut in the Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom, the Mole Man, the Wizard, Agatha Harkness, the Silver Surfer, Galactus, the Inhumans, T'Challa, Adam Warlock. What's that, 9 characters? All them characters made their debut in Fantastic Four. And all those characters are still around today. All those characters, I would say the majority of them have a pertinent story going on. Let Shirley Eaton do that. Have you read any superhero prose novels? No, too busy writing my own. Yeah, I've heard about them, but no, I mean, I'm like, spoken word poetry is my thing. Yeah, it'd be a trifle to write something. So that's why. There you go. La-ti-da. Now, I guess in closing, the last thing I want to talk about is this right here. Don't be shocked by the smoke and mirrors that come from this movie. Don't be shocked by the initial numbers this movie does. Because this movie by itself cannot single-handedly resurrect what Marvel has done to itself. And bear in mind, this is Ryan Reynolds. Kevin Feige don't like nobody taking his shine. Now, I'm not saying don't go see this movie. Well, I am saying don't go see this movie. But my thing is, if you feel like you need to go see this movie, then do that. I'm not telling nobody to not go see it. But what I am saying is know what your expectations are if you go out and see this. That's it. Know what to expect. Know what's going to happen. If it's entertaining, so be it. And I'm glad it entertains you if it entertains you. But in the end, let's see if it jump starts anything. Because that's the words I keep hearing associated with this production. It's going to jumpstart. It's going to set off. It's going to put the MCU moving in the right direction. Okay. But they still got to do right by their fans. And they got a whole bunch of fans that they done isolated. Not just T'Challa fans. Hulk fans. Quicksilver fans. Iron Fist fans. See what I'm saying? Got a lot of inequities as far as what needs to be addressed character-wise. You get me? What are we talking about over here? It's gonna do numbers based on nostalgia like Spider-Man No Way Home. Juju, you are 100% right, but it's not going to save the franchise. It's not going to save the MCU like everybody thinks it's getting ready to come and do. Because if the inequities that remain, they can make 4 or 5 Deadpool movies and it ain't going to do jack. It's a matter of addressing the inequities that have been heaped on a lot of beloved characters. The disrespect that has been the handling of certain characters. And again, I say, not just T'Challa. A lot of characters in the MCU got shitted on. Whether it was because somebody just said we ain't gonna deal with that character, or because somebody said I'm gonna do this character the way I feel like doing this character. F what a fan say. We did the character, we did the movie we wanted to do. Those are words that a producer at Marvel Studios said. We did the movie we wanted to do. And did you mean it because you did the movie you wanted to do because you knew this movie was going to be great for everybody, or you did the movie you wanted to do because it was the movie you wanted to do and F everybody else? The world will never know, but the world knows. What else y'all talking about here? Oh, a lot of smoke and mirrors. A whole bunch of them. It's a Deadpool film first and foremost, produced and developed by Ryan Reynolds and his writers, not an MCU production through and through. The real test will be Brand New World and the Thunderbolts. That right there, Kamayo. And we ain't getting no more Marvel movies this year. Yeah. Gotta give Reynolds credit. Not such an egomaniac that he can't be masked for most of his movies. RDJ with a monk with the helmet off stuff. Bruh, they all did. All you saw was Cap's face. Thor didn't want to wear no helmet. And like you said, RDJ, just every 5 seconds. Surprised didn't get stuck open. That part, they gonna see, bruh. They gonna see because, like, folks like us have been saying stuff to them incessantly. And they act like ain't nobody been saying nothing to them. Okay, well, what happens when somebody don't listen to you? What happens when somebody ignores you? You stop talking with them. You stop dealing with them. You stop interacting with them. You ain't getting my guap, Marvel. You ain't getting my guap, Disney, because y'all are like, forget what you think. I ain't seen Inside Out 4. And a lot of people say that's good. It's the principalities, Smokey. There's principalities involved in this. I can't go see Inside Out 4 just on principle. I would be giving them money. They are what I oppose. I cannot bless that which does not bless me back. Greatest, yeah, okay. T'Challa doesn't care. Kamayo is going to take T'Challa coming back and being the focus going forward for me to come. Give him the respect he deserves. Y'all heaped all that on Thor. Y'all heaped all that mess on Thor. And finna give him another movie. Or thinking about it. Come on now. I can't. I can't help you if you don't even listen to common sense. I can't help you. They are so stupid. The better villain with red in his name that they should have used in Cap 4, they wasted. Oh, there's another character we need to address the disrespect. Johann Schmidt, aka the Red Skull. Are you telling me the man who found the sleepers, the man who commandeered and used the cosmic cube? Are you telling me the man who cloned Steve Rogers and had his brain put inside of that perfect body? Are you telling me the man who got threw in a pit for days and days and starved to death by Magneto because he was a Nazi? We ain't giving that character no shine. The character that got his jaw broke by the Black Panther, the man who posed as Dale Rusk. Beautiful anagram, by the way. Just don't get no shine. Marvel, you need to learn how to use your villains. And Red Skull is one of those villains, Paul, who's evil for evil's sake. Well, we still have the comics and independent and that's what I'm telling y'all. Just like with the politics, you want to see change in an industry, you got to go with the independents. You got to go with the grassroots. You got to go where they pumping fresh ideas. Not the same stale shit over and over and over and over. Oh, we got to restart this universe. Oh, and then we just hold this universe out till we can't hold it out no more. Oh, well, let's just wipe out this universe and start all over again. If I had my way, the Peter Parker created by Steve Ditko and Stan Lee would still be in comics today. When Peter Parker gonna grow up? When Peter Parker gonna grow up? Technically, Peter Parker's like what, in his 30s? How we enjoying that? At some point, you've got to age him up. Who said? I noticed in cartoons, Pebbles and Bam Bam grew up. But did the Flintstones or the Rubbles get any older? See what I'm saying? They don't really want to use unsympathetic villains that are true basura individuals. Aki, I understand. They've been doing Scully bad. Pause. We're grown. I got what you. I am digging what you're putting down. Yeah, y'all. So I think we have covered all the topics that I have wanted to cover tonight. Yes. Okay. What's going on with me? I am so glad you asked. What's going on with me?
There can be only one.
I just wanted to I just wanted to play that. That has no context. I just felt like doing that. Also, how did Barton not know who Schmidt was? Writers? The need to age up characters is weird. Exactly. Like, I give you a perfect example of people who didn't age up. The Legion of Superheroes. Because when they did age the Legion of Superheroes up, they were like, "Ooh, this is a bad idea. Let's de-age him again." Don't age him up in the first place. What you do is what you did with Legion of Superheroes when they were in adventure comics. You have either a story that's set in the future, or you have Superman or Supergirl or somebody travel to the future and see the adult versions of those characters. Yeah, eventually they're going to grow up, but it won't be until my grandkids are reading that comic book. That's the way we fell in love with Spider-Man. Teenage boy with strength and proportionate agility of a spider. And all the versions of Spider-Man that appeal to us the most are the young versions, are the teenage versions, the struggling Peter Parker, the broke Peter Parker, the Peter Parker that has trouble with women but still somehow manages to smash. Makes for more interesting stories. And you would have a teenage or a young adult Peter Parker with the sensibilities and thought processes and culture of the age, i.e., 70s Peter Parker, 80s Peter Parker, 90s Peter Parker. What were people wearing, doing, thinking, and acting like in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s? We just had that same teenager, and he just transitions, or that same college student transitions into the next phase of his life over time, slowly. Ain't no rush. Spider-Man went from high school to college to living on his own in 100 issues. Spider-Man would have lived at the house with Aunt May for a couple hundred issues. You know what I mean? Oh, him being a teenager, you can't explain how he was in the Savage Land for 3-4 days. I spent the night over Ned's house, or I spent the night over a friend's house, or I was with Mary Jane, or I got my own apartment now, Mama, or Aunt May. You know what I'm saying? It's ways, man. Writers, come on now. Help me, help you, help you. I hated it in soaps, but I don't like the other extreme, like with Franklin Richards. Comic time, real time. Why must comic time and real time even be similar, even be remotely similar? Or why does time have to operate the same way in comics that it operates here? It's the writer that's in charge of that, right? You determine what your universe operates like. You determine what is, ain't, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that stuff in your universe, right? Right. Look here, y'all. That has been Q&A. That has been Be Real with D-Real tonight. That has been Thursday Live. But look here, y'all. Me and Theo will be coming at y'all tomorrow night with some Friday night vibing. Hey, you know what? I'm a Friday night vibe with y'all, and then I'm gonna go out to a concert. I have tickets to the Baddies with Bars concert right around the corner from my house here. I got tickets from the ladies when they came to visit me at the radio station Wednesday. So as soon as we get done with Friday vibing, I'm gonna go hear these ladies rap and tell some jokes. You know what I mean? It was a fun session. I had a fun session with them. There's some real about that life ladies. You know what I mean? They still doing what they do, but at the same time, you know what I mean? They about their life. And that's cool. We need that. So look here, Rock With Me Nation. I appreciate y'all following through. I appreciate y'all sharing this time with me. I appreciate y'all sharing. But look here, be it Friday. Also, this weekend, I will be finishing up the antagonists, issues 3 and 4. That's what we get ready to do. So y'all be looking for that this weekend. I'll be dropping some pics. Y'all might see Zabu and his homie hanging out this weekend. You might see Brontus and Rakor having a battle. So stay tuned. Just keep peeping the page, keep sharing the information. I'm gonna do some shorts. So I feel like shorts is the way to go for me right now until I get where I need to be at. So look for more of those. Hey y'all, that's it for now, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out. Fret not. I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.